What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Yo, did you see tonight's episode? Did you see tonight's episode of Power? One of my favorite shows. You know what I call it, Big Rich Town. What a great episode tonight. This is episode 5. It was titled Don't Thank Me. And boy, there was a lot to cover in tonight's episode. This was a breaking point. This was a breaking point tonight. And a friend of mine said that to me. They said, every season around the 4th or 5th episode, that's where there's a turning point and things heat up. And boy, did it heat up tonight. So, I'm telling you, it was so good. I watched it twice. I watched it this morning. I was screaming and yelling at the TV like a maniac, early in the morning before I went to church. That's how early I watched it on demand. Then I came back tonight and watched it again because it was so good. It was so good. But if you haven't seen it because you're under a rock somewhere, go watch it and then come back here because I don't want to spoil it for you. But those of you who have already seen it, come on, let's go. We're going to get right into it. We're going to start off with Angela. So we see Angela, Little Miss Side Piece. Little Miss Side Piece, Little Miss Bitter Side Piece, we should call her, is struggling with the new news that she found out that, oh, look, Ghost really didn't kill Greg because I'm watching this tape here. Look at the tape. He didn't pick up no gun. He didn't plant a gun nowhere. He didn't hide a gun, which she should have known that anyway because this is your man, right? You know your man is smarter than that. So shame on you. You all butthurt. You all in your feelings. You should know better than that, Angela. So she's struggling with this information. So she's jogging, trying to jog off the stress. And she's with her sister, who is that actress that I love. I love her from Orange is the New Black. I forget her name, but shout outs to her anyway. But this ain't about her. But she's great. And she basically tells Angela, listen, if you have evidence and information that this man is not guilty, you can't let him go away for this. I mean, I don't like him. He's a this, that, and the third, a cheater, a liar, whatever. He broke your heart, but you can't let him go away and get the death penalty for this. So she goes to Proctor, and she's telling Proctor they have a conversation while Proctor is hanging with his daughter. And a funny scene with that, she tries to shake Proctor's hand. Proctor was like, you got me kicked off a case. You done messed things up. You think, I ain't shaking your hand. Plus, what else happened? So then we see Angela foolishly going to Mike Sandoval, another person I can't stand on this show, this sneaky little weasel. So she's telling him this information. I'm like, now see, you might want to be careful, Angela, because he might kill you, because that's how he is. So she's telling him that, listen, I saw the tape. James St. Patrick did not did not hide the gun in his office. We seen the tape. He's like, no, we're not going to bring that up. Listen, he's guilty, whatever, throw it out, whatever, ignore it. He's guilty. So we knew he was going to do that because he's the killer. So of course he's going to do that. He's a weasel. He doesn't care. He's going to weasel his way, whatever. So so the FBI, they have this thing where they found out, because they done froze Ghost's assets. They done found out that he has a 7-figure check that was written out to him from Tommy Egan, who he's supposed to not do business with and not have ties with. So they're saying, oh, he used that check he got that check because he murdered Sandoval. I'm sorry, not Sandoval. He murdered Greg. So this was a murder for hire, and they're trying to tie it in that way. So Silver, Ghost's lawyer, has to go to Tasha and tell Tasha she may have to testify to protect the family and the assets and prove that, this is clean money, whatever. So we're thinking that Tasha's going to testify. And what ends up happening when they get to court, Ghost, or James St. Patrick, testifies. By the way, maybe it's just me, but I watch every little detail when I watch these shows. He was clean. That was a clean ass suit that Ghost had. Ghost was sharp. I like that suit, bro. I like that suit. And I'm redoing my wardrobe, so I might have to get a suit like that. Suit was clean. He looked clean. But anyway, nice suit. Love that suit. They ain't got nothing to do with this, but back to the episode. So he gets up there, Ghost gets up there, and he says, "Yeah, I got a seven-figure dollar check. But it was from my friend. He's my friend first and foremost, and it was just a loan because I have 3 businesses, yada yada yada, blah blah blah." And I'm saying to myself, "Damn, I need friends like that. You got a friend that gave you a check for 7 figures. I can't get $7 from my friends." But yeah, he basically smoothed it over and explained. And here comes Mike. Oh, that damn Mike. And here he comes, and he got on the Ghost's skin, and he basically said, "Your fingerprints were on the window. You were murdered. It was a murder for hire." And he just got on this skin, and so Ghost turned into angry black man and yelled out, "I did not kill Greg." And he's like, "How did you know his first name?" So it was like, damn, I'm sitting there like, damn, Ghost, you done let him get to you. You done let the angry black man out. You ain't going nowhere now. You done did this in front of your kids. This man done called you a murderer in front of your wife and your kids. I'm like, this is bad, 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 bad. Ghost is pissed off. He's telling Silver, "How did you let this happen?" So they're back at the prison now. And we see Mr. Teresi. Remember him? The old man? And he's talking to the prison guard, played by the late, great Charlie Murphy. And he's telling him, "Yeah, I know you're getting transferred, huh? You're getting out of here, huh? And I know who's had something to do with that. That damn James St. Patrick. He's got a lot of money. Him and his lawyers. I heard that they got you out of here. They're the ones that's getting you transferred. Why don't you get rid of them?" Because, it's a lot of butt hurt going on this season. Teresi's butt hurt because the money train is stopping, because we saw in the last episode where Ghost told him, "Listen, I'm not giving up no more money. I know who you are too, and you don't want me to tell the people about what you did, and plus I know where your wife lives." So now he's mad, so now he wants Ghost dead. So here we go, the scene that had me screaming like a maniac, waking up the neighbors this morning. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Here come the security guard. Now, mind you, Ghost is already pissed off because it didn't go so well in court. Now, here comes the security guard, all up in his face. "Oh, you had a bad day in court." But what you do not do is talk about a man's wife and his family. That is fighting words. And he just was pushing him to the limit. "Oh, yeah, I heard they called you a murderer in front of your family and your pretty little wife and all this stuff." And he's telling him, "Well, what if how's it going to feel when I end up with your wife?" See, bruh, that's fighting words right there. So they get into a fight, and Ghost beats his ass. He got one little hit in on Ghost. Ghost did that little chop to the neck, and then he tore him up. Which I'm like, I mean, come on. This little skinny guard trying to go up against Ghost was... Come on, really? So they're fighting. Ghost hits the ground somehow, and he picks up this weight, and he takes that weight, and he just, oh my goodness, he goes crazy on this guard. He is pounding him with that weight. He just going crazy. I was like, this is crazy. He picked up that damn weight like, I mean, he just smashed that guard's face in. I was like, yo, damn. That ain't what I said. I said another word. And it was early in the morning. I'm like, ah. And I was like, damn, that was crazy. When he got through with that guard, his face was flat like this. Like, that was crazy. So you think it's over? No, here comes Teresi and the other dude. Remember the dude from a few episodes back that was trying to flirt with Ghost? And, Ghost had to handle him. Here he comes. You ain't learned from the last time. Here he comes with his little knife. Ghost grabbed him and took the knife from him. But while Ghost grabbed him, Teresi jumps on the guy's back, chokes him out, kills him. Now he's helping Ghost because he's like, damn, Ghost done did this. Oh, change your plan. We ain't killing him. This dude is bad right here. Because I was thinking, I said, now, damn, does Ghost have to kill all three of them? Oh, because he killed the guard. Now he's got to kill these two. How's he going to get away with this? Ghost is all bloody because he bashed this man's face all the way in, bashed it in. The guy, Teresi, choked out the other inmate. So he's like, Ghost, take your clothes off. Switch clothes with him. We're going to make it look like him and the prison guard got into a fight, and then he committed suicide. So that the inmate committed suicide because he knew he would get in more trouble for killing a guard. So now we got Teresi helping Ghost. I'm like, where is this going? Where's this going? That was good. That scene had me like this. I'm like, yo, this episode is crazy tonight. Episode was really crazy tonight. Now, let's go to Tasha and Tommy. Tasha and Tommy. What a great scene. Earlier in the episode, Tasha was speaking to Lakeisha, and she's all sprung and open because she's been banging Tommy. So, she's feeling him. And Tasha put two and two together, so she realizes who this guy that she's seeing, this white guy that she's seeing, is Tommy. So she confronts Tommy. She says, have you been sleeping with Keisha? And if you have, she's catching feelings, and I know you're not catching feelings for her. And she mentions Holly, and whatever happened to Holly, where did she leave? So Tommy finally tells her what happens, that he killed Holly, and that he killed her because he thought that Holly had killed Ghost. Because remember last season with Milan and the whole thing, he thought she had killed Ghost. So he killed Holly, and he thought Ghost was dead. And it was what a great scene. And it showed their loyalty, because she was like, we're family, I got your back. And, she said, but you're going to hurt Lakeisha's feelings, and what if you hurt her feelings, she might tell. I was like, damn. So she's like, now what we gonna do about her if she start running her mouth? But she didn't have to worry about that. So that was another turning point. Another breaking point was back at court. We're back at court, and Angela becomes a witness for Ghost. My mouth dropped again. I'm like, oh, Angela, you're redeeming yourself. Now you're getting more points for me. She gets up there and she spills it all. She tells them, listen, Your Honor, we have this tape. I brought it to their attention. They didn't want to do anything about it. We have this tape that shows that this man did not plant that gun in his own office. He did not hide the gun in his office. He didn't hide the gun in his office. She tells him that. They get up there, they mention how she's had a relationship with Ghost and all this other stuff, and how he got information from her and all this. All kinds of ethics are just broken, just busted. The judge is pissed. He's done. He's over it. So he's like, you know what? You're corrupt. You're corrupt. This is disgusting. You know what? Y'all, I'm going to recommend a suspension for y'all, because this whole team is just messed up. The whole team is messed up. But Mr. St. Patrick, you are free to go. So yes, a turning point, because now after this 5th episode, we're going to see Ghost free. He's not going to be in jail, because quite frankly, I was a little sick of him being in jail too. I wanted him free too. So Ghost is getting out. Excellent, 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 excellent. Some more interesting things. We see Dre. I don't know what Dre is up to. Whose side he's really on? But did you all catch? Now Dre is impressing Tommy with his little distributor skills and how to keep the business flowing and all this. But Dre and Julio are clashing, and Julio caught Dre talking to Kanan. And remember, if you saw early in the episode, Tommy was talking to Tariq, and Tariq was telling him about, his first time. He just had sex for the first time. And he said, well, what party did you go to? He said, oh, I went to a party with Dre. So Tommy confronts Dre and is like, Dre, why did you take Tariq to a party? You got to keep me abreast of everything that's going on. Dre, you're getting a little tangled up. So you got Tommy looking at you now. You're on his radar. Now Julio saw you with Kanan, And I hit you in there in the room talking to Kanan, and you're telling Kanan, listen, I have something that could get you back in your business, but you gotta leave Tariq alone. Well, we know that's not gonna happen. So. That was crazy because I'm like, what is going on? Whose side is Dre really on? What's going on here? Is he playing Kanan? Is he betraying Ghost and Tommy and them? I don't know. And we also see that Tommy has to make a run to make business right. He has to go to Chicago to handle some business, for that little deal with the people. And so, that's going to be interesting to see. That's what I like about the show. They keep it interesting. They really keep it interesting. But just when we thought we were in the damn clear, Tariq goes to meet up with Kanan. And guess what? Who's there? Jukebox with her crazy self. And guess what happens? Now they have Tariq again. So we see Kanan go over there, and she's like, guess what? Ghost is free. Now we can do the whole ransom thing, and when he comes, we're going to kill both of them. And I'm like, damn! Because I just said to myself, what else is going to happen? Because now I was so hooked on free Ghost, free Ghost, free Ghost, I forgot about the kidnap plot. So I'm like, oh, damn, the whole kidnap plot. I forgot all about that. I'm like, damn, see, this is what I like about the show. They bring things back and some things you forgot about. Just like they brought back, what's that old man, Stern. And, Ghost turned him down. He's trying to come back and make a proposition. But we see that he even went to Tasha and left his business card with her. Remember Stern, the old crooked man from last season, the businessman? There's more to that story. We're going to see about that. That's going to be interesting. But tonight, I thought was a really great episode. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know, Tariq doesn't listen. What's going to happen? How this is going to play out is really good. Ghost is going to be free. Is Julio and Dre going to get into it? Is Dre going to get killed? Just craziness. Who knows? Is Tommy going to... it's just all going to get crazy because when Julio tells Tommy what happened, with him seeing Kanan still alive and seeing Kanan with Dre, it's just the writing on this show it's just going to be really good. But the big thing that I like too was, I guess I was wrong. I guess maybe Teresi is Tommy's father, because at the end of the episode when Ghost was getting free, he says, "Get this phone to Tommy Egan." And Ghost says to him, "What is your fascination with Tommy Egan?" He was like, "Listen," he said, "What are you, you act like you his father or something." He said, well, you know his father or something like that. He said something like that. So he gave a little hint. So is he Tommy's father? And also he told Ghost, he said, "Listen, you better give him that phone or I will tell them what really happened in here. You might be free for this, but you going to be back up in here for killing that prison guard when I tell them what really happened." So now it's like, nah, I'm blackmailing you again. So give Tommy the phone. Ghost, give Tommy the phone. Give him the phone. Give him the information. Really good episode. I am excited. Like I said, tonight was a turning point. Tell me your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait a minute. I left out another funny scene before I go. Sandoval and Angela in the elevator when they were both getting suspended or fired or whatever from their jobs. And he tries to, get tough and say, "Oh, you let a murderer free." She's like, "I might have let a murderer free, but he wasn't Greg's murderer, and I'm going to find out who killed Greg." Boom! So there's a lot going on, a lot of twists and turns. We're going to see what happens next week and in the rest of the season. But kudos to the writers, kudos to the acting. Tonight was a great episode. It was fire. I enjoyed it. Tell me what you thought. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Keep the emails, the messages coming. I appreciate it. Thank you for making my channel grow. And you have a blessed night. I'm out.